Hello, everybody. For me, it is Tuesday night, and I'm getting ready for tomorrow's assignments in language arts. For you guys, it's probably the day, so good evening or good morning. I'm here with Mr. Willoughby and Captain Malcolm Reynolds, and we're going to do your assignment. So your assignment for today is to brainstorm an essay, and brainstorming is my favorite thing to do because it's so easy. There's no wrong answers. You don't have to worry about spelling or complete sentences. You just write whatever comes to your mind. Oops, Mr. Willoughby fell. So I'm going to try to go through this quickly and keep the video short. Here we go. All right, so since it is the evening, your assignment hasn't posted yet, but when it does, so I can't show you how to get to it or how to turn it in, but when you do get to your assignment, you're going to click on it and it's going to ask you to make a copy, and you're going to make a copy, like always. All right, and the first thing you're going to do is change the name on a computer, and on some iPads, you can just go up by where the title is, and I'm just going to erase the copy of, I'll leave Brainstorm or Memoir, and I will put my name. Again, if you're doing this on the iPad, you have to click, there's an arrow, you click, and it shows you all of your Google Docs, and you click the 3 dots next to yours and you change the name. And again, I can show you that. Just stop by my Zoom and you'll be able to see it. Okay, so let's get to work. So you're gonna be writing your own memoir. So just like what we read, Mom and Me and Mom, about a moment in Maya Angelou's life, you're gonna write about a moment in your life. Try to pick one that you really remember so you can write lots of details. So don't pick something that happened when you were 3 years old because you won't have the details. So you pick one of these topics. Don't do all of them, pick one. So you could write about a time you were in an accident or got hurt. I think that could be pretty interesting. And you probably have lots of details from that. 2, write about a time when you were very proud of an accomplishment. Or 3, write about a time when you were talked into something you later regretted. So for me, I want to write about something positive. Just because so many negative things are happening, I want to write about something positive. And also, it's so early in the year, it's kind of hard to open up and write about something negative. We will, but for now, I'm going to stick with something positive. So I'm going to pick number 2, write about a time when you were very proud of an accomplishment. So I could go back to my All About Me slides and look through it and see if anything triggers a memory. And for me, when I did that, it reminded me of how I rescued my first cat. And for me, that's an accomplishment. So where it says paste your topic here, I'm just gonna go after about and just paste a time when you were very proud of an accomplishment. I copy that and I'll paste it right there. And just so I can remember, I'm going to put next to it, rescued a cat. Now, who was in my story? So in my mind, I'm gonna tell myself my story real quick about how my dogs found the cat and she was all beat up and she only had one eye, and then I took her in. So who's in the story? It is me, my mom, 3 dogs. No, there were 4 dogs. 4 dogs, a one-eyed gray kitten. Okay, I promise you no violence in this story. My dogs didn't hurt the kitten. They just found her and alerted me. They did their special, mommy, mommy, come out and see what's in the yard bark, not the mommy, mommy, I'm gonna attack something. So no violence in my story. What happened? Well, this is gonna take me a little bit of time to type out because it's the most important part, right? So I'm going to go very quickly and just kind of give you just the bare minimum. Okay, I'm going to turn this into a story. So whatever you write here, this is going to be sort of the meat of your story. And you don't have to do complete sentences. You just write, because this is brainstorming, okay? So I'm going to say, my dogs found an injured little furball in my backyard. I picked it up and brought it inside. Of course, at first I thought I was scared it was a rat, so I didn't want to pick it up. But eventually I picked it up and brought it inside. I called, oops, what did I do? I called all the different places. I called the Humane Society. I even called the Pound. I called the Animal Defense League. I called every place I could think of to see if anyone could take it in. But nobody wants an injured kitten that you're gonna have to pay a lot of money so it can have surgery and get all fixed up. So nobody would take it. And as I was doing all this calling, the little bitty kitten, it started purring, even though it was very hurt. There was all this blood on it, and it was, the eye was, it was missing an eye. It was very, very hurt, but it started purring. And that's what changed my mind. I ended up keeping it. And I paid for all her surgeries. I named it Lucy. I can start calling it a her because I figured out it was a her. And she is, that kitten is now 14 years old. So you're just gonna write just the little bare minimum about your story. Just your ideas. You don't even have to write sentences. I could have just written dogs found, took inside, kept kitten, you know. You just write whatever's gonna help you when it comes to writing your story. Okay? That's the bare minimum of my story. And of course, when I write it, I'm gonna add lots of details to it. So when did it happen? On a cold, rainy December afternoon. It's weird, why is it doing that? I don't want it to break up this stuff. Cold, rainy December afternoon, a few months after I moved into my new house. So try to put as many details as you can remember. This was back in 2006, but I don't need to really say that, but I'll put it in case I want to put it. Where? This all took place in my backyard, next to my house, under my garden hose. Oops, I spelled house wrong. Just put it next to my house. And part of it took place inside, so part of it also inside my kitchen. So I went from outside to inside my kitchen, where I just used the phone and called and called and called and called. This is back when I had a landline. I didn't have to use my cell phone. So then this is probably the hardest thing. And if you can get this why part down before you write the story, it'll really make writing the story easier. So why am I writing about this? Why did I pick this topic? Why is this moment important enough for me to turn it into a memoir? Well, it changed my life. This one cat turned me from a dog person to a cat person. This incident set me on a different path, so it changed the trajectory of my life. of rescuing cats. Before that, I just liked dogs. I didn't like cats. And now all I do is rescue cats. So it really changed my life. In fact, I now have 9 inside cats and 7 outside cats. Of course, I take good care of my cats, I promise, guys. I'm not a hoarder. They're all are fixed, that I keep up with their shots. So I do a lot with helping cats in the city. I help to rescue cats in the city. So it really changed my life. So if I could go back and say, when did my life change from just being a selfish person who only cared about my dogs and my life to caring about all the animals in the city, it was when I rescued this cat. And that's it. That's all you have to do today. You do not have to write the story. That's coming next. So for me, this came pretty easy because I've written about this before. So if you have something, if you think back to 4th grade, a little story that you've written about a part in your life, maybe you want to write about that. And all you do is get out your ideas and we'll fix them and make them into a story later. Oh, of course, when it's time to share it, you know, you go to share. You change it from restricted. It can't be restricted. You click on change link to SAISD. You change it to SAISD. You copy the link and then you go and paste it to turn it in. Remember, do not put Miss Hilario or Mr. Guerra's email here. You're going to give them the link. Okay. And that is it. It was pretty quick and easy assignment today. It's just putting your ideas down. There are no wrong answers. It's whatever you're thinking. So from Mr. Willoughby and Captain Malcolm. And if you heard some coughing in the background, that was Mati. She is my other dog. She is not feeling good, so she's coughing, but she's okay. And all my cats are asleep off camera. They don't like to be on camera. So Ms. Golbach, bye and have a great day.